Let's move over to the Western Conference. Of course, the Rockets and Spurs, San Antonio, trying to close out this series in 6. Kawhi Leonard has said he intends to play in Game 6 tomorrow night. He's listed as questionable due to the ankle injury, but Leonard says that he will give it a go in this game. First off, how do you think this might play out, Brian, just from what you've heard?
Well, first of all, I do think Leonard's going to give it a try. I think he'll get out there and do anything he can do. Now, the thing is, if the game gets out of control a little bit early, you'll probably see Pop sit him a little bit early. One of the other things is you will see him be hidden defensively. I think if Leonard does, assuming he does play, you'll see him guard Patrick Beverley or Eric Gordon. They will not have him at all on James Harden with the bad ankle because ultimately they need him on the offensive end of the floor. And even if he's not himself on the offensive end of the floor, the Rockets have to commit resources to him. He's a decoy. He's out there, and he's always a threat as long as he's a presence on that basketball court. He's also a guy as athletic as he is. It's pretty crafty, too, so he could probably play around the injury to an extent. So I think for Leonard here, I think we're going to see him give this a shot. I have heard that it looks like he is hell-bent on playing, and as long as he can pass some pregame tests, I don't think Pop's going to try to stop him. Again, gets out of control of the game a little bit early. Pop will have a quick hook with him, but I think he is absolutely going to give this a go.
And I think that's really, really dumb. I think that's dumb by Kawhi Leonard. I think that's dumb by Greg Popovich.
You want to take your chance in the Game 7? That's what you're saying?
No doubt about it. He didn't play in Game 5. Like, they decided in the fourth quarter he was not fit enough to go out on the floor, and they figured out a way to win. I think you wave the white flag in Game 6. You roll out there trying to win. You get him healthy. If you rush back a guy from an ankle injury, and let's just say he tweaks it once again, maybe he can't even go in Game 7. Oh, by the way, who's waiting in the wings?
The Warriors.
I mean, you could almost play Game 6, and hey, it's house money. You go win the game, great. Kawhi gets extra days rest. Or you lose the game, he gets extra days rest. The risk of him playing, I think, is too great. They're already 6 or 7 point favorite. Pop's been known to rest his players more so than any player in the history of North American sports. And here's a prime moment to rest his player. He just rested. He gambled in Game 5. I think he gambled in Game 6.
Yeah, Game 7, if necessary, would be on Sunday, Brian. So some people are saying maybe you give Kawhi 4 days rest. I'm of the mindset, though, you don't want to take your chances in a Game 7. Anytime you have an opportunity to close it out, you try to give your best player a go and close it out and try to play Kawhi. But what's your take on Tim's response in just resting the guy?
Yeah, Clement, I'm with you. I totally disagree with Timmy. I feel like if he can go, you put him out there because listen, you want to roll the dice. You just beat this Houston team. Let's not pretend last night was a blowout. I mean, there were a lot of things that had to happen in that overtime for them to beat Houston, including Houston totally running out of gas. And I'm telling you, I don't believe D'Antoni's going to only play 7 guys again. I think he saw the error of his ways and how guys totally ran out of steam. And the Spurs got lucky last night, and I don't know that you could count on a Game 7. Listen, what's going to tell you that a couple of extra days rest may help the ankle? No doubt about it, but he may not be any better for Game 7 than he is for Game 6. I think if he can go in any way, and he looks decent out there pregame, and keep in mind, from last night over to tomorrow night, plenty of treatment going on for Kawhi Leonard. They'll get that ankle the best they can get it, but I think if he can play, I just feel like you got to put him out there. To be able to count on a Game 7 at home when your margin for error was so slim in Game 5, that's a dangerous way to play it, in my opinion.
Thursday night in Houston, Game 6.